I hope you die!
I don't know.
They're hanging out.
They're hanging out.
No, we're hanging out.
Price check on my dick and balls. Price check. I also have this other friend who I've decided I need to trick into seeing me naked. You're smart enough, you're pretty enough, and goddamn it, you try. But when I pet you, there's no need to put your asshole in the air. Getting out of bed is a lot like kicking a dog. You never want to, but sometimes you gotta. Don't be a douche canoe. Just hanging out in the basement with all the fucking spiders and centipedes. Are you a can of Pringles? Because you're the right size for me to smash my dick into. I sat there and I watched the door close on the stroller. I'd like to transform my lips into a bleached, prolapsed anus. Hot. She probably went home with a broken baby. I gave the finger to the baby because it was looking at me with this look of hope. Knock knock. Who's there? My dong. Like your wiping habits. When has that ever applied to wiping yourself? What happens to your butt when you poop? We're gonna impregnate you with our mind. And then the next day they find your guy friend's dead body just floating and bloated in the river. This guy probably likes you. They say Cirque du Soleil is the greatest show on earth. I beg to disagree. Let's throw an arguing drunk couple on a trampoline and see how that goes. To me, it's like getting hit with a wet condom, cause shitting the bed is like, it's like setting an alarm, but it's got a snooze button that you don't want to hit. When she twisted her stroller, sending her baby hurtling to the ground. Yeah, whatever was in her stroller fell onto the pavement. Hi, my name is Matt and I've got a thick hog. You're not crazy. Crazy people don't know they're crazy, and that's why they're crazy. If I was Nicolas Cage, your butt would be a national treasure. I don't think I would ever bleach my bumhole. I think every bumhole is special in its own unique way, like a brown snowflake, and there's no need to go changing it for nobody. Everything that touches crack becomes a crack thing. You sprinkle some crack on your couch, it's now a crack couch. Put some in your butt, crack butt crack. That's the magic of crack. This is like a Bible of pubic hair. It's like the Webster's Dictionary of short and curlies. If you were a bird, I'd park my car under your tree. I also, in brackets, put, I would stand under your tree with an open mouth. Everybody wants me on their road trip because they don't need to keep me moist. She would get out of the car with the confidence of somebody whose vagina clearly isn't showing. Babies are like the worst people to hang out with because they need a grown-up to wipe their butt. And you catch a little whiff of something on the air, just like the stank of tension is on the breeze. Either a sad clown is about to masturbate, or a drunk couple is about to scream in each other's faces. Either way, I gotta get some popcorn immediately. Don't put all your eggs in one vagina, and don't count your chickens before they hatch, because sometimes babies die. Are they doing this and taking the photo, thinking that maybe if I do this just enough, somewhere in Africa, a young child will get to the watering hole knowing that I was thinking about them. Ah, the holidays. What a better time to imagine killing people. I find opinions to be a lot like children, where if you have a lot of shitty ones, you should probably stop having them. There's a set of genitals 2 feet away from your mouth right now. That's pretty gay of you. The spice in pumpkin spice comes from when you break a small child's arm in front of their mother. That's why it's only around in the fall. Mom, it happened again! And activities that involve both their feet and another man's dick. This lady gave me her precious gift of life, and I totally wiped my ass with the gift wrap. Do you think Nicki Minaj's butt's big because she takes big poops? Or do you think it is just big because it's big? About asking, why is it okay for pregnant women to ask if you want to feel their baby kick, but it's not okay for you to ask if they can feel you kick the baby. Foreskin, I have never regretted a grilled cheese, and I'm not gonna start now. You know what they say, taking care of a child is like riding a bike. Sometimes someone's probably gonna get hit by a car. Somewhere where like a dead naked body has no business. You're on the road to becoming a woman. And when you get there, call me. I'll give you directions to Arby's. How did that go? Oh, you made a child out of sperm? Why are you telling me this? Black, just like Satan likes it. When did more than 3 people start caring about what American teenagers are doing with their sperm? They sent a remote control car to Mars, and while it was driving around on the surface, it kind of sort of accidentally drew a penis in the sand. And if you don't smile because of that, I just don't know. Because that would explain all the hair. I set her down and she took a dump and then she went to sleep. And I was just like, you know what? Me too. Men don't get their period. Just they sometimes wipe a little too hard. There aren't many things on this planet Earth that, you know, you can wipe your ass with because you hate them. But if there ever was one, it would be wrapping paper. Tiger fucking. If whales were humans, they would be the type of people who would make inside jokes with themselves and then just never tell anybody what they're giggling at. Sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, I'll just throw up on the floor and leave it there. I'm just picturing two people having, like, butt sex on rollerblades.
Yeah.
You look like you're the kind of guy who uses public toilets and doesn't flushes. It is that you can sell an album of a whale trying to get laid and people will listen to it before they go to bed. I don't really have that. Who wants to fuck? I was approached by a homeless man who was looking for some money. I didn't have any, so I just gave him a tip from our good friend Gandhi. Be the spare change that you wish to see. They have a flashlight with a built-in rubber asshole. Dicks. Just dicks. Well, when you're right, you're right. Don't put anything near your butthole that you don't want inside your butthole. Are you taking it home to touch your dick to? You know what happens when you tell people a lot about your life? You end up in 50 Ziploc bags at the bottom of the river. How come every time I'm watching an alien movie, the inside of the alien spaceship is either like, you know, clean-cut white corners with buttons everywhere, or it just looks like the inside of Betty White's vagina? I learned a lot about happiness and how to find it from a very, very wise man, an almost wizard of sorts. Okay, so it was a homeless man masturbating in a bush, and if I die, and at my funeral I'm not hung from the ceiling and beaten with baseball bats, well then eating all that candy was a waste of my time. You can't win with me, your carpet's getting a stain. It would be just like slavery, but with a giraffe bottom. You probably got a thirsty puss. Excuse me. I just make up stuff and I come back at them with it. Like, oh, you didn't see miniature ponies with regular penises? How did you not see miniature ponies with regular penises? It was beautiful! It'll come to the point where you can't tell if that smell is good or bad. That's when you should be worried. Look a little happier, you're a unicorn. I don't really know where to apply my talents other than, you know, getting my socks off my feet and into a pile across the room. But I only ran over 2 kids. Okay, they were pulling a wagon, but it only had 2 other kids in it. Okay, so yeah, sure, I shoved her down the stairs, but she's fine. It was only the fetus that got hurt. It's the guy who is carrying stuff for his girlfriend and essentially just becomes the world's saddest coat rack. Hitler drank jizz from a shoe one time! Watch out, ladies. I'm gonna look so hard and baller that you're gonna have trouble keeping your underpants on. It's not what you think it's for. It's not what you think it's for. I just wanna kidnap somebody and ruin their life. It's exactly what you think it's for. Talk to all of your customers and coworkers about the last dump that you took as if you were talking about a newborn child. So they have condoms that are called ribbed for her pleasure, but I don't think they should be called for her pleasure. Because I mean, it's really up to me and how I use them. It could be argued that cantaloupes don't even feel pleasure. Personally, I would rather forget all about that. I would like that to be wiped from the record books, having everybody on the field see how I run. It's embarrassing. Thank you, John, you plagiarizing dickhead. Apparently when I was a kid, I would have done great in the mafia. I saw Jimmy trying to steal third, so I whacked him. I broke his kneecaps with a baseball bat. He's gonna be sleeping with the goldfish graham crackers. If your day begins with a bucket of pig's blood, stay in bed. You've really done a wonderfully marvelous job equipping this lamb with a switchblade. It really slits the throat of both the garlic and the rosemary for being bitches. He's eating soup with his hands and he's shitting on the floor. It's just disgusting from there on out. First, you gotta touch your head holes together. I am curious as to what spices go into pumpkin spice. Could one of them be bullshit? Acting like you're not watching softcore porn with your mom and dad. You know, just as I was dropping her off, she gave me a goodnight diddle. That was one of my not so sexy thoughts. And I can think of several movies I don't want to be thrusted into. Like The Human Centipede. Ooh, the action ensues with the way this chair moves around. I really feel like I'm being sewn ass to mouth with these 2 people. Just continue wiping until your butt is dry. When you've got a dry butt, you've got a good butt. If you're a dentist, you're probably a dick, and I'm sorry, but I probably hate you. Your body is 70% water. Would you like to taint that water supply? Let me suck your dick for $1. I'll do anything for a crack rock. You got $20, baby? That'll buy you all the sugar in the candy store. Feel free to break into their house and murder the whole family. There could be aliens that are shaped like dicks. Come on in and meet my sister. She's available and good at humping. She's right here on the floor. Just do it. It's fine. I won't look. Like, they shouldn't be allowed on airplanes because they're the bomb. Yawns are little hand jobs for your lungs. Because, I mean, even when they're not that great, you still want more. It's to the point where I can't leave the house because of all the blood. I was expecting to get a lap dance, but what I got instead was a rain dance. The gods honored her that day, and everything got wet. If you were a mail order bride, I would pay full shipping, but I'd do all the handling, because if the postman dropped you, you'd be considered damaged goods. I do it every night for practice before I pass out in a pool of my own tears. Choo choo! All aboard the dick train, bitches! We're going to Shoppers Drug Mart. Going on an exploration of my body. You know, polishing the old machete, fighting with the banana, relaxing like a gentleman. Like owning a unicorn, but instead of like a horn, it has, I don't know, like a dick? It's because another whale is holding it to the surface trying to have sex with it. And underneath that whale is another whale holding that whale up so we can try and have sex with the other whale. I don't need a wingman like that. When I'm engaged in sexual activity, there doesn't even need to be another person in the room. I'm quite good on my own. If I had to pick a favorite food, it would have to be avocados or like human misery. If you could put ketchup on that, that would be my favorite meal of the day. The only time a salad could really make me feel better is after I've brushed it off of the real food, because they, for some reason, put the salad on top of what I really wanted to eat. Happy birthday! Try not to be racist. Spiders are filled with, you know, webs and yellow goo and racism, and why would you want to eat that? What are you doing with all those legs? You ain't playing soccer. You know what, I gotta go with Choir from the X-Men. I don't know why, it's just something about all those mouths. I don't really know what I would do with them. And now for the other answer, that weird dick fish from Japan. Because there's never a wrong time for a dick fish. Because I don't want them thinking that I've got some sort of weird torso hole, because they're gonna start putting things in it. I don't care where I fart. If my pants are off, it doesn't matter where I'm farting, because the whole front row's getting wet. I think the Ghost and Paranormal Activity is just mad because they keep filling the house with cameras. All he wants is a little privacy to masturbate. I would knock a pot off a wall if every time I went to rock out a spooky smooth one, there was a camera looking right at me. I think in my early childhood I might have been raised by seagulls because I have this uncanny ability to flap my arms and take a shit at the same time. It's the worst thing knowing a man's ready to die. When he's eating that new thing from KFC with the 3 chicken patties, it's over. I let it grow till I start scaring women with children. That's just how I do it. You don't know if I'm a regular guy who's on his way to get a razor to shave his face, or if I drive a white van. You know, sometimes I think, would my grandma approve of what I'm thinking about? And if the answer's no, I put it in a video. Are you not convinced to subscribe yet?